Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai Basham Kakadash. Okay, all praises, glory, and honor is due. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great Muslim rule well, and shalom to the elect. Okay, I had a topic on my mind, something I was looking into. I haven't got any scriptures prepared, but I've got scriptures in my mind, so I'm just gonna go through it in the spirit, man, Lord willing. And the spirit will feed the scriptures. And pretty much the message that I want to convey in this lesson is that Esau, he wants to kill Jake. That hasn't stopped from the time, through the spirit, even going back to Cain. But let's deal with Esau. Esau wanted to kill his brother Jacob, man. All right, he really hated his brother Jacob, and that hate, was in the womb. In fact, let's quickly get that. That started in the womb. Let's get Genesis chapter 25. Okay. Let's get Genesis chapter 25, verse 21. It says, "And Isaac entreated the Lord Yahweh for his wife, because she was barren." Okay, which means she couldn't have children. "And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived." So Isaac seeked to the Lord, and you know what? The Lord made it so that the womb opened up, and that she was able to conceive the seed, which means that she became pregnant. "And the children struggled together within her." So she had twins, because it said, she had, multiple children, twins. So it said children. It said, "And the children struggled together within her." So there was a struggle going on, man. There was like when you watch wrestling, you watch two people wrestling, and what happens? They're putting their strength against each other, and they're struggling, and that was what was going on within her womb. It says, "And she said, 'If it be so, why am I thus?' And she went to inquire to the Lord." So Rebekah, inquired to, there was an inquirement made to the prophets. Okay. "And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger." Okay. And when you keep on reading, it will go into the story, the birth story of Esau and Jacob. Okay. So they were struggling in the womb. Okay. They're 2 manner of people, man. They pretty much, Jacob was beating the shit out of Esau. Okay. Because we're the stronger. Okay. When it says, one people shall be stronger than the other people, that's talking about Jacob. Okay, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, the Israelites. Okay, the chosen of the Lord, we're the stronger. And we were basically beating the shit out of Esau. So there's always been a struggle, and pretty much, man, there's an enmity. Going back to Genesis, the 3rd chapter, let's read that. Okay, it's spiritual. Genesis chapter 3, verse 15, "And I'll put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel." Okay, so there's an enmity between the seeds. All right, the seed of Jacob and the seed of Esau, man. Okay, there's an enmity, man, a spiritual enmity between those 2 nations, and that is prevalent till this day. Now let's go back to this video. Now I ain't gonna play you the video. Go check it out. Okay, this is the article's title. Okay. "Is this the Handmaid's Tale? First-year Congresswoman details her woes as birthing person, too much bemusement." Right? And this woman, man, this Jake woman, what she pretty much goes into is how these doctors in these hospitals were pretty much, mistreating and misadvising her, which almost led her to lose her children, which is a terrible thing, man. That was what's going on. Now, I've just got to be wary because I'm outside. So what was I saying? I was saying, pretty much they were misadvising, and that reminds me of the scripture. Okay, how's the wording go now? Physicians of, let's see what comes up. So if I type in the full thing, let me just type it in here. Physicians of no Value, there we go, KJV. Job chapter 13 verse 4, it says, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Okay, now what's a physician of no value? Okay, someone who can't help you. Okay, a physician is meant to be someone who helps you. Okay, in the ancient times you had a physician. Okay, and what would a physician do? They know how to heal the body. Okay, which a lot of the healing of a body comes from, first and foremost, prayer unto Yahweh Shmiel Shai. Okay, prayer, fasting, but also of the herbs. The herbs were given as the medicine of the earth, you know, to heal you, man. All right, and pretty much, you know, different things you can do to cleanse the body of any ailment. Okay, but obviously, first and foremost, through the Spirit, you pray unto Yahweh Shmiel Shai, because there comes the healing. Okay, if you just go to the physician without no prayer, no faith in Yahweh Shmiel Shai, then you could just drop dead, man. No matter how many herbs you take. Okay, but going back to the scripture, it says, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Now, when in this modern day, you go to these death houses, also known as hospitals, you go there, okay, you get the runaround for a couple of hours, you're there for hours. But I'll give you the experience, because I've never been to another country, but I'll give you the experience over here in the UK. You know, in other countries, in fact, it's even worse, because you got to pay. All right? But over here, you got the NHS. It's you know, so-called free, which is nothing's really free. It's just, they just take it out another way. But pretty much, man, you know, you go to these doctors, and they mess you about. They misadvise you. They don't know what the hell they're doing, and a lot of them are just con artists, man. Okay. Now, when you go into the word doctor, okay, the word doctor is synonymous with to falsify. Why? Because when you take something and you doctor it, what you're doing is you're falsifying it. You're making it, like, for example, if you doctor a document, okay, let's say that you got a, you know, you go into, let's say you go to, I don't know, let's say you go to see what's not going to come to mind, doctor. Yeah, let's use that as an example. You go to see a doctor, and what's he got on the wall? He's got a plaques, okay, talking about his degrees in medicine and what his education. Now, if that document was edited, okay, and there was lies, then you know what he is? He is a forger of a liar, and he's falsified that document. He's doctored that document. Okay. So these doctors that we have in this Western medicine system, really, man, what they're trying to do is, most of the time, really, they are trying to kill you. In fact, all the time. Okay, and especially Jake. Okay, if you can stay away from these hospitals, that's the best thing you can do. Stay away from these hospitals if you can. Okay, because all you're gonna get is a shit experience. But obviously, you know, in wisdom, man, brothers got to do what they got to do. Certain sicknesses are more severe than other sicknesses, you know, and but really they're these demonic, dirty, unclean places, man. Okay. Anyway, I'm coming off a bit off topic now. Well, no, it's still on topic, but pretty much, you know, this Jake woman was given a runaround, and you know, this article was posted in our chat. I'll read it. Okay, beautiful article, because it gives a lot of insight into what's going on. It says CNN Health. It says black newborns were more likely to die when looked after by white doctors. I'm going to read one thing from this. Okay, it says, actually, let's read it from the top. Okay, it says CNN Health. It says CNN. Black newborn babies in the United States are more likely to survive childbirth if they are cared for by black doctors, but 3 times more likely than white babies to die when looked after by white doctors, a study has found. The mortality rate of black newborns in hospitals shrunk by between 39 and 58%. That's 40 to 60%. That is a large margin. Now, as always with statistics, you've got to take it with a pinch of salt, because you know, Esau loves to play with these statistics, man, and these journalists, right? But even so, that is what's going on, because you know what? It's in line with the scriptures. Let's read that. This is now 2 scriptures come to mind. Let's read this one first in Psalms the 83rd chapter, right? Verse 2. It says, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head." Remember, we have enemies, and our enemies are these heathen nations, starting with the so-called white man, which is Esau, the Edomites, which is the wicked. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Okay, so if you keep reading, it will mention the tabernacles of Edom. They're confederate with these heathen against us to destroy us, man. Okay, by any means possible. And we, in all aspects of society, Jacob being downtrodden and destroyed, and this is one aspect of society, man. And it's in line with abortion. Abortion is an all-time high amongst the Israelite community, man, the so-called Negro, Hispanics, and Native American community. Okay, a ridiculous rate. I've looked into it before. I ain't got the numbers at hand right now, but you can look into it yourself. Okay, I've done videos on it. But even if it's not, the woman was saying in the video, you know, the doctor was basically saying, which by the way, her children are alive, and they're growing up in age now. The doctor would say, look, he ain't gonna make it, or she ain't gonna make it, or whatever. You know, it's gonna be aborted. You know, that's how these doctors are moving, man. They're promoting death among our people. Okay, and you know what that reminds me of? Because remember, our people are fruitful people. Remember, the scriptures say that we're like the sands of the sea. In fact, one of the tribes, the tribe of Ephraim, you know, he is fruitful. Okay. Okay, Ephraim is fruitful, man, and you know, we have a lot of you know, Jake likes to you know, we're very fruitful people, man. You know, when we have, you know, sex, man, we have a lot of children. Okay. And that was what was going on when we was in slavery in Egypt. And I'm going to read a little excerpt of that. And you're going to see what the Pharaoh of the day wanted to do. And it ain't no different today. Okay, with the modern day Pharaoh, which is the so-called white man, the Edomites, the devil elites that rule this current age, man, the earth. Okay, this is Exodus chapter 2, verses is it in 2 or is it in 1? Maybe I've gone too far ahead. Yeah, I think I've gone too far ahead. Let me go to Exodus. There we go. Exodus chapter 2, verse 1. Verse 10. It says, come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. So we were put into straight slavery. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And that's the thing about our people. We're constantly multiplying, we're constantly growing, man. Okay? Even in captivity. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. So this is talking about the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. All their service wherein they made them to serve was with rigor. So it's hardcore slavery, man. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shipra and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife, which what is the office of a midwife? A midwife is to help a woman give birth, deliver the child. Okay, it says, to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stalls. If it be a son, then ye shall kill him. If it be a daughter, then she shall live. And why do they do that? Okay, which you can read the rest of this, because the midwives didn't end up doing that. Okay, because they feared Yahweh Shemiel Shai. Okay, but when you read it, it says, if it be a son. Now, why do they want to destroy the son? Because the son, okay, is going to grow to be a man, okay? And the men, a male child, okay, a man-child, carries the seed, okay? So the seed of Israel is within the men. That's why he wanted to destroy, and that was known back then. That was a known common thing, okay? Not like the crazy lies that are told today, where people don't know, you know, I'm quarter this, I'm 10th that. No, you are what your father is, because that's where the seed is. Okay, going back to the biblical nations. Okay, if in your fatherland you're a heathen and you're Ishmaelites, then that's what you are. You're the Ishmaelites. Okay, if you're an Israelite, you're an Israelite, and that's what it is. Now he said, if it was a daughter, she shall live. Why? Because they would have the daughters would have got older, and when they come of age, marriageable age, what was going to happen? Okay, after they hit puberty, the Egyptian men would have popped them and carried on their seed, man. Therefore, wiping out the nation bit by bit. Okay, by wiping out the males. Okay, now if you look at the Georgia Guidestones, okay, let's bring that up. What does it say? It says 500 million. Okay, do you think that in that, or in these Edomite elites, their future plans, do you think that they've got the interests of the Israelites in that plan? No, they want to eradicate us, man. They want to destroy us, and they are doing that in every way possible in society, man. It's geared towards destroying Jake. Okay, because we're the Lord's chosen. Okay, so that's why Esau got to go, man. All right, I'm gonna close out on that. This is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10. It says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." Okay, so after they serve their punishment, man, they're in that super shameful state. They're in the lowest of the low, back to their base state. Okay, when we're ruling them with a rod of iron, kicking their ass in the kingdom every day after we put them in captivity. Okay, as it is written, he who leads into captivity shall go into captivity, and we are captives to him right now, to our oppressors. When we got him in captivity, man, after that, you know what's going to happen? He's going to get destroyed. Okay, he is going to get destroyed, man. The whole nation is going to get destroyed. Okay, so that was just, this is just, Lord, when it's edifying in the spirit and power, Yahweh Shai, Basham Makakadash, this is just one aspect, man. There's so many aspects of how this devil is destroying our people, man. Okay, and they don't stop at the children. Okay, old and young. Okay, it don't matter, man. This devil is coming for us. Okay, all right. But that's okay, because the elect of the nation of Israel, okay, the scriptures say, no flesh shall be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. Why? Because the Lord is coming to deliver the elect, okay, from the hand of all that hate us, man. The elect of the nation of Israel. So, Lord, when that was edifying, okay, all praise to Yahweh, Shai, Basham Makakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone of rule well, and shalom to the elect. Shalom.